You can find me every night I'm off the hook. There's a bird in the sky with a camera to find me, slipping a sword to impale and unwind me. Shut down a mine, your canary is cooked. Can't be found lately, every day I'm off the hook.
Good morning, Marshals. I'm Izzy.
I'm Melody, and we hope you've had a great week. Are you enrolled in an AP class and have signed up for the exam? Now is the time to start preparing for the AP exams. Teachers are already offering after-school study sessions for the test. The test dates begin the first week of May.
If you don't know where to start on studying for the exams, here's some advice from our AP teachers.
What's a piece of advice you give to students that are going to take the AP exam?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, there's a lot of advice. Number one is don't freak out the night before. Try to study leading up to it. And the best advice is there's some great review videos that I always tell my students about. Watch those, pick the topics that they're least familiar with, and watch those, and then after that, get some good sleep, and don't stress, and don't try to cram the night before.
What's a piece of advice you give to students that are going to take their AP exam?
Well, I would say make sure that you study, make sure that you're studying and that you're reviewing the material over time. Don't wait till the day before to start looking at the material, and then on the day that you take the test, make sure that you get up early, you're well rested, and you do the best you can.
If you or anyone you know is struggling with mental health, make sure to tell your counselor or anyone you're comfortable telling. The MCHS Mental Health Corner is a place for students, families, and staff to find resources that will help them manage some of life's challenges and tough feelings.
About 22.5% of students have jobs during the school year, but are the rest too busy to have one? Statistics say that about 5 to 10% are busy with about an hour of homework, another 5 to 10% are busy with sports or clubs, and 10 to 15% are busy with social media. Additionally, many have responsibilities such as taking care of siblings, doing chores for their parents, or just having to take care of themselves. Another fact is that about 34% of students go to a Wednesday night church. Overall, most students probably have the time to do a part-time job, but they simply choose not to.
The electrical class had a great project for the entire tech center to enjoy. The class made a sign that spells out the word electric made out of conduits for a project. Here's some more info about it.
Just learning conduit bends. The kids would prefer to make something that they can actually see than just making the bends and the correct measurements.
How long did it take y'all?
To do this part, it took about maybe a month because we had to draw it out first and get all the measurements and things of that nature, then actually bend in the conduit.
Well, are y'all thinking of like updating it at all or put anything on it?
We're going to put some lights behind it and got to take it down and shine it up a little bit.
Miss Stewart is needing students to go on the Army trip. Fill out a form that you can get at her classroom. The spots are limited, so hurry. Here's some more information about what the students will be doing during the field trip.
They'll get to, like I know the aviation, some of the planes and stuff will be there, and the kids will get to climb, in and out of them and, check them out and, sit in the driver's seat kind of thing. Some of the things will be people talking to them, but some of them, like they'll be able to do the rappel tower, if they're interested in that sort of thing, listen to the Army band, obviously. And then I also know that we'll get to tour or go through the Wings of Liberty Museum. And so Fort Campbell is obviously heavy in aviation. And so that museum is there, so I think we'll get to go see that as well.
Spring break may be over, but the memories are still fresh, and it sure was nice while it lasted. This week, seniors Julianne Dowdy and Jaylee Charette took a trip around the school to relive some of that fun. Here's how it went.
Nobody knows what they did over spring break. Nobody has a... Hunter, please, Hunter, what'd you do for spring break? Hunter, what'd you do? Hey, excuse me, how was your spring break? Right.
I'm gonna get him.
Gracie! What? Hi. Excuse me, how was your spring break and what did you do?
Lovely, I went to the beach.
Awesome. Madison, what did you do for spring break?
I can't.
Goodbye. What did you do over spring break?
I went to Orange Beach.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Okay. How was your spring break? What did you do?
I stayed at home quite a bit, and I also went driving some too.
Wow, driving!
I hung out with my boyfriend's mom, one-on-one.
I mean, I spent over $250 on food.
Oh my God, is that just at Disney World?
Yeah.
What did you guys do over spring break? Beach.
Just worked and it was pretty normal.
I worked and babysat and then like hung out with my friends.
Yay! Played Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, and I played Adopt Me, and I slept. What about you, young man?
I played pickleball all spring break.
Okay, bye.
KSA testing is right around the corner. Starting May 4th and lasting until May 8th, the window for KSA testing is open. Make sure to study and prepare for the tests if you plan on taking them. Good luck to all testers.
National Pet Care for All Day is celebrated annually on April 24th. It celebrates the efforts of multiple organizations to make caring for your furry friends cheaper. For dogs alone, the cost of care each year can be upwards of $1,500. While some people find it worth it to pay that much, many can't. It doesn't have to be this way. Here's some information on these organizations and what they do.
And how often do you have to take her to the vet?
Not very often. I think the last time I took her to the vet was like 6 years ago.
I take my dog annually to get his shots and his nails clipped, and I take my bearded dragon about every 2 years.
For the people that have pets, it's well known that it can be expensive to care for them. Thousands of dollars for emergency visits, as well as annual checkups and vaccinations, could go to $1,500 on the low end. This isn't sustainable for everyone to keep up. Regardless of your housing situation, income level, or your access to certain resources, you have the right to experience the joys of the pet bond. This bond shouldn't be broken because veterinary care or positive behavior support are not available or are not affordable. This is why several organizations such as the Pet Fund, Red Rover, and Waggle are paying for vet bills for the people who can't, to keep your pets healthy and happy. If you're interested in hearing more, head to thepetfund.com and read all about it. Last Friday, we hosted the elementary school kids for their field day at the football stadium. We talked to a few different kids to see what their favorite thing about field day is.
My name is Avery Smith, and I like field day because I get to hang out with my friends and just have a good time.
And my favorite part about field day is that you get to spend time with your friends and you get to have good sportsmanship. And
I'm Lila Trammell. I go to Central Elementary, and what I like about field day is that I get to sit with my friends. I think that is a really fun interaction to run around and play.
About field day is just the competitiveness that everybody gives here. It shows hard work and effort, and yeah.
Bus Driver Appreciation Week is next week. Everyone has rode the school bus at least once in their life, so why not give a thank you to all bus drivers? The responsibility and caution it takes to be a bus driver should be respected. They make sure you get home safely from school. Common ways people celebrate this day include handing gifts and cards, so show some appreciation to your bus driver Tuesday and every day.
This session calls for spooky season in Vermont. The night before Halloween on October 30th, 1951, a 17-year-old boy named Sam Harris set out with eggs in hand for what he called Picket Night, a night of mischief. The next morning, his parents found him missing, setting off a huge search. Although he was never found, it said that there were sightings of Sam, who became possessed by the devil himself on that fateful night. Sam Harris is known to slaughter pigs and rear their heads while terrorizing civilians. Years later, some teens claimed they saw the pig man. It was covered in white hair and had a hollowed out pig head. The teens naturally went out and started telling other people. More sightings of the pig man were reported, but many were just kids trying to get attention.
Plenty of new games have been released this year, and Xander Shumay is going to review the recently released game, Eugenics, made by Edmund McMillan and Tyler Glale.
Eugenics released after a 14-year hiatus on February 10th this year. The game is about collecting cats and then sending a team of them onto a journey to anywhere, whether it be an alleyway or the moon or heaven itself. It's insane. There's a lot of mechanics. There's a lot of different things in the game. Here's a list of different mechanics. That's a lot. Anyways, They all blend together really well, though, and it makes for a little confusing, but a very fun experience. The soundtrack is amazing. It's mainly jazz and rock with a couple songs that are a bit different. And I think every song in the game is good. The game is extremely difficult. It makes me crash out a lot. It is difficult. But the farther you get into the game, the better you get. Like, I'm 50 hours in the game, and I think I'm pretty good at it because I've learned a lot more about the mechanics. I've practiced. All in all, I'd give the game a 10 out of 10. It's absolutely fantastic. It's probably my favorite game. All the mechanics are great. The music is great. The art style is great. Everything just blends together to make a wonderful game. And I'd recommend it to anyone who likes cats, who likes roguelike games, anyone who likes a challenge, a very challenging game, and also anyone who likes Edmund McMillan or Tyler Glale's previous work.
While this isn't from the MCHS soundtrack, today's song is Movies for Guys by Jane Remover. This song is a hyperpop-esque masterpiece off her 2021 album, Frailty, and was completely solo produced by her. This song is arguably one of, if not the best song on the album. Our own Anthony Hiley suggests that you check out this song and the whole album, as it sounds amazing all throughout in his words.
Seniors are almost out of school, and with a month left, Ian went and asked them a single question. What will you do after graduating high school?
So after high school, I plan to go to Murray State in the fall, and I'm going to be studying nursing first to get my bachelor's in nursing to become a nurse practitioner. Then after that, I will be transferring to West Kentucky University, WKU, to then get my PMHNP certification, which is a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. That is my plan after high school.
Okay, so what I plan on doing after high school is going to WKCTC and getting into cosmetology, and then after that I'm going to go into the business course and then just start my own business and start my own salon.
I'm going to Murray State, and I'm going to major in nursing, and I'm going to go be a CRNA.
That's all for this week, Marshals.
We hope you have a great weekend.